What's good, everybody? Man, I'm about to do another great interview with Mr. Bvoboxing. We'll be discussing George Kambosos' fight last night. We'll be discussing the upcoming fight with none other than Terrence Bud Crawford and Earl Spence. And we also be discussing a fight that we disagree on, which is Monster Anyway taking on Cool Boy. But I want to start this by saying to my daughter, happy birthday. Carlicia Avi, Daddy love you, and I'll be to see you shortly. Happy birthday to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? She's turning into a beautiful young lady. Daddy love everything about you. Now, I'm waiting on my, oh, he's here. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to add Mr. BVO. Okay. What's going on? What's good, my brother? Trying to get Mr. BVO boxing in here. 1 second, y'all. If y'all don't mind. Okay. He should be coming in any moment. What's good, my brother? I see you in the car driving.
Yeah, yeah, what's up, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. What do you know, we watched that fight, man, last night. I enjoyed myself on your live, bro. I truly appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, inviting me on there. And that's a really an honor, man. It lets me know because one thing about you serious about your boxing and you serious about who you put on your channel and on your live. So, man, that really is an honor to me.
I appreciate you, man. I'm humbled that you would even come on. I'll tell you what, though, man, that was a robbery last night. I know we was having so much fun. Shout out to shout out to my man Vic with that crazy language.
Oh, my God. Well, hey, we needed a bunch of pauses, man.
Oh
Pause.
my
But man,
God.
hey man, I have really enjoyed myself last night. And I'm gonna tell you this. George Kambosos, man, like I told you at the beginning, we were gonna find out, you know, how good he was, how good Devin Haney really was, or how big of a win that was.
Yeah, that wasn't no win. Really, what it was one thing about Tio people forget. If Tio got respect for you, he gonna knock you out. Had respect for Richard Comey, knocked him out. Had respect for Nakatani, beat him to death. He didn't have no respect for those and he got beat. So it was just a crazy fight, man.
Uh,
So
black, you know, what he done last night, and would probably cost him a big opportunity. You know, you don't look at it, take from somebody like that. You taking away only, you know, a win, but taking away a meal ticket because that could have led to big things for him. Can you hear me?
yeah, I mean,
I was going in and out. What do you think about what I was just saying about Jackson Hughes being robbed last night and not being able to, you know what I'm saying, now probably losing, missing out on the opportunity?
that's the legacy of boxing, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If you look at boxing throughout the history, man, there's always been dirty judges. There's always been agendas. Think about that whole broadcast was set up for George Kambosos. And the funny thing about it, man, you know, they weren't gonna let George lose, man. They spent all that money to spart and all that garbage. He really, at the end of the day, man, is a D-minus fighter. He had a bunch of fights by a split decision. Devin Haney
Mm-hmm.
and Bill Haney, you know, and I always say this, and I gotta make sure I always say this, man. Bill Haney's a pimp, so he fooled everybody. You know, you gotta watch them Oakland brothers, man. You gotta watch them. They slick, man.
So,
So that's
yeah,
all it
it's slick,
was, man.
man.
He done sold us a bill
Yeah,
of goods. It's almost like if somebody so, oh man, I got some good stuff for you, man. You open it up, and it's oregano. So
so it was.
that's what he did.
Exactly what it was.
That's
Exactly what
exactly
it was,
what
man.
that is, man. That wasn't. George Kambosos was never no good fighter, man. Tio didn't respect him, and then Tio got beat up because it's still a pro fight. But I just say, man,
Yeah.
that's been the issue with Tio his whole career. If he respects you, he gonna probably get you out of there. But if he don't, he not gonna do nothing. So it was just a terrible decision, man, and that's bad for boxing. It's bad for boxing.
Right. I agree with you. Now, not a lot of people want to skip past this fight and go straight to the Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence fight. But I'm telling everybody that might be, I got my, personal opinion on how I think the Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford fight gonna go. I know a lot of people are backing Crawford, you know what I'm saying? I'm backing Spence, but a lot of people are jumping past this upcoming fight with Cool Boy Steph and Monster anyway. And this fight right here could turn out to be a better fight than that fight coming up next Saturday. People don't know they sleeping, man. I know you big on anyway. I like him, you know what I'm saying? But I just think he's never faced nobody like Cool Boy, a slick black fighter. Cool Boy has the goods, man. Only thing that worries me is can Cool Boy take the power? If he's able to take Anyway's power, then I think it might be a long night for him. But we'll find out. You know what I'm saying? How do you see that fight going? Your breakdown? What do you think?
The fight to me can go a couple different ways. Cool boy, Steph, man. Stephen Fulton's a terrific fighter. He really is. The only thing that's ever been wrong with him is that he doesn't punch.
Right.
20-something fights, he got like 8 knockouts. I mean, you got Inoue, the reverse got 21 knockouts. And at the end of the day, let's be honest, man. We all try to say knockouts don't matter, but they do. At the end of the day, the only reason why we know Mike Tyson the way we did, because he was knocking out cab drivers, knocking out Uber drivers, knocking out limo drivers, as you say. That's why we know it. I mean, because every time Mike Tyson touched the ring with anybody who was better or who had more skill, he got beat to death. I never seen it, and I gotta just say this: I've never seen a guy get beat so bad he started wiping blood off of him. Lennox beat that boy. Lennox beat him, man. He started wiping blood off of him. So when you see this fight, man, it's gonna be a chess match in the beginning because they both can box. But the thing is, I'm just wondering what happens when Cool Boy gets hit, because he does get hit. I know people want to play like he don't, because Fig was hit. So if Fig can hit him, and you know how uneducated his punches is, he just throwing them. So it's gonna be a tough fight. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight, but I see Inoue winning by a 10th or 11th round stoppage, man. I'm gonna be up doing that fight. Hopefully you up with me, man. We gotta do that fight, man. That's gonna be I'm actually gonna miss work that day, bro. That's a beautiful fight, man.
He said you're not going to work.
No, man.
Hey, man.
I can't go to work at 4:15. I can't get up at 4:15. Go to work. I'm gonna use a personal day, bro, because that's a terrific fight, man. And think about it. Cool Boy is 28, Inoue's 30. You look at the reverse. You got Terrence Crawford, 35. You got Errol, 33. Them dudes are past their prime. Now you could say maybe not so much Errol because Errol's still young, but let's be honest, man. Bud is past his prime. The last 5 fights we've seen, man, have been slow feet, looking for the knockout. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Some that you said that was really powerful. I don't think you realize you said it, bro. I think we're getting set up, man. That dude, Terrence Crawford, really don't have no business in the ring with Errol Spence. When you think about it,
I believe we're getting set up, man.
Think about it, bro. Now I talk boxing every day, but when you said that, I was like, dang, the OG, right? You don't belong in the ring with that dude.
Man, and people don't want to hear it. Like, everybody saying it's a 50-50 fight, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not sleeping on Terrence Crawford. He looks great against what he's been in there with. But I'm telling people, Earl is something different. And a lot of people going to find this out, man. And I can't wait, because I was telling my cousin, man, a family member, he was talking about Terrence Crawford had this great footwork. I said, what people fail to realize, great footwork is also being able to cut off the ring. A lot of people can't cut the ring off. Earl Spence knows how to cut that ring off, man. And I just see him cutting the ring off, you know what I'm saying, shortening the ring up on Terrence Crawford and making Terrence Crawford fight his fight. And Terrence Crawford's problem is his ego is big. Once he get hit with a great shot, he wants to try to get his lick back. He's going to try to come back. And that's going to be his downfall against Earl, because he's not going to be able to stand up under that pressure. Earl's too big, too strong, too good. people keep sleeping on and just saying, oh, he just big. He ain't just big. It's something behind that big. You know, he's a great technical fighter. If you get in there with somebody like Earl Spence, if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get killed.
Hey,
And Earl
hey, hey,
Spence,
hey,
yeah.
hey. Oh, gee, you gotta clear up your language. My God.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying
Hey,
to
you know
let
we
you
from
live, bro, but you just kept
hey, we
going,
from
though.
you know what's different though, man? See, we from the South, man. We don't the New York layman and the Philadelphia layman. We just go. We don't use. But I do watch the show. Like I do watch your boy Mason. Shout out to Mason Cameron, man. That's
Yeah,
my new favorite show.
and that is.
That's my new favorite show.
But you know what? To tell you the truth, man, everybody up north, we all come from the South. My grandmother
Yeah.
comes from Wynn, Arkansas. Grandfather came from Lucedale, Mississippi. So we all came during the Great Migration up here, man. And you know what? The cool thing about the whole pause game, man, I think it's a good way for us men to take our masculinity back, man. Because there's so
You're
much
right.
wild stuff going on, man. We gotta have some fun, man. Because there's so
Put it
much
down, man.
they want to push that stuff. Man, I went to Target, man, and you won't believe this, bro. You won't believe this. I
Yeah.
seen a whole section of gender neutral clothes for toddlers. So
Dang.
for
Wow.
toddlers, bro. Like so when you see stuff like that, man, the world is crazy, bro. So we gotta have some fun, man. So we gotta
Man,
have some fun, man.
shout out to my guy, man, Mac Tuff in the building, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you for real, man. Glad to see you here, brother. Keep your head up, man, for real. Just wanted to show some love to one of my guys is incarcerated, man. Hey, nothing but love. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Now
yeah.
getting into I want to jump past that, man, and go to this Jamel Charlo and Canelo Alvarez, you know what I'm saying, upcoming fight in September, man. This is gonna be special. I've been watching Jamel Charlo train. I've been seeing Canelo play golf. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Canelo's actually, taking this serious or not, but Jamel Charlo is taking this serious, and he means business. I mean, I know, I believe you know what I'm saying, you pretty high on Canelo, but I'm high, no, I know you're high on Jamel. You know what I'm saying? Jamel's in my top 3 pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite fighters. I believe he's special, and I believe people gonna find out, man, in September just how special he is. How do you see that fight playing out between him and Canelo?
Before we get going, I gotta send a shout out to my boy Prize Fighter, man. He just hopped in on here. But
What up,
I'm gonna
Brad?
be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If he was fighting the Canelo that fought Danny Jacobs, he'd get beat up. If he was fighting the Canelo that fought Austin Trout, he'd get beat to death. But the last couple Canelos I done seen, the one versus Triple G, the worst one rider, he gonna get in there and Jamel will get in there and knock that boy out, man. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, man, you gotta know when it's time to call it a career. I'm gonna say this about Canelo. Canelo has one of the best resumes we've seen in boxing since Floyd Mayweather and Andre Ward hung it up. You know, so say what they want about Canelo, man. At the end of the day, I give him credit for even taking the fight because let's be honest, man. Jamel is the #1 pound for pound fighter on the planet right now. I mean, you can say it's somebody else, but if you being real, the dude fought everybody, took a crazy loss versus Tony Harrison. And only thing that scared me with Jamel is can Jamel stay focused? Because we both know Jamel got a focus issue because he'll look good when he gets another chance. Like when he fought Castano, he should have been knocked Castano out. But no, the
Right.
second fight, which is one of the best fights CDK I've seen in the last 10 years, he went in there, showed us he could foul the inside, showed us his power goes all the way past to the end of the rounds. And I'm telling you, man, he's gonna get in there and he's gonna hurt Canelo and knock him out. And this is gonna be a glorious achievement for him or Canelo. Whoever wins, I'm telling you, you gotta make him pound for pound #1. And it's just that simple, man. And it just goes back to show is you gotta stay ready, man, because everybody wanted to give Jamal all the credit. But Jamel's like me and you, man. He stayed down, worked hard, and now look where he's at. Look where he's at.
Yeah, definitely, man. I told somebody, man, I've been telling people, Canelo signed a 3-fight deal with PBC. There's a real possibility that Canelo Alvarez could end up going 0-3 at the end of his career. I'm just trying to look at these fights that he might have to, the people he might have to face. And I'm saying this: that Canelo's not the same fighter he once was.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I see the you know what I'm saying the decline. You seen in the John Ryder fight, he was just looking for all he was doing was throwing shots, looking for a knockout. He's not the same Canelo. The head movement didn't look the same. A lot of things are different with him now, and anybody can see that. If you watch boxing, know boxing, you can see the decline. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to admit it, but after Jamaica, just say Canelo does lose this fight. I wonder will he honor his contract, or what do you think? You think if he loses that fight, he's gonna honor the contract, or he's gonna go ahead and buy out gracefully?
No, I'm gonna tell you this, man, and that's the problem with boxing as a whole, man. People are so obsessed if you win or lose. My favorite fighter,
Mhm.
of all time, man, Oscar De La Hoya, and of course, I always gotta say Floyd Mayweather, man, Floyd Mayweather Jr. You, these guys, man, fought everybody when they needed to fight them. And you know what? Let's remember that when B Hop, the executioner, fought Oscar De La Hoya, that's when he became a four belt undisputed champion. Was that fight against Oscar? So you're gonna take a loss. If Canelo take a loss, he should go in there right away, go beat up David Benavidez or beat up Morrell because Morrell and David Benavidez can't beat him. And I'm gonna tell you
No,
why. I'm gonna tell you why. The way I seen Caleb uh, Elvis Plant put hands and feet on David Benavidez for 7 rounds, so he blew out. Pause.
hmm
That you know for a fact he can't beat no Canelo, man. So all Canelo
but
got
do
to
you
do,
think?
go ahead.
Uh, I'm high. The problem I see with Canelo and that I think Caleb Plant was doing great against Canelo until he got caught.
Yeah.
Now Caleb Plant can box. I
Mm-hmm.
can't take nothing from him. He can box. But the problem I've always had with Canelo is his stamina. Far as Paul's moving around, you know what I'm saying, and being able to maintain for 12 rounds. David Benavidez is gonna bring a lot of pressure in that fight. So that's the only thing that scares me with him. Now, Dave Morrell's young, you know what I'm saying? So I really don't know if he's really ready for that level yet. He looks good, but we don't really know yet, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to see Dave Morrell and David Benavidez fight. That would be the fight I would want to see.
Yeah. And you know what? I think we're gonna get that fight next. I'm not. I can't say I'm not gonna be like everybody else and say I know for sure. But I've been hearing
Yeah,
Jose Senior talk a lot of cash money, you know. But I think they're gonna make that fight because there's nowhere else for David to go. But either way it goes, if Canelo goes 1-2, 0-3, or 3-0, I'm giving him full credit for doing
yeah,
what the fans asked him to do. The fans said we want better fights. Go back with PBC, and he did that. So I want to also say this, man. All those fans out there who said they was gonna come back and be Canelo fans after he signed with him, it just proves you don't like boxing. You're a race fan. That's one thing I
yeah.
like about you, man. Me and you ain't race fans, bro. We just
No,
like the best. I'll be
yes,
honest.
it.
I'll be honest, man. You can say what you want, man. It don't matter. I want to see the best fight the best. I watched my favorite fighter get beat to a pulp. Pause.
Yeah,
I seen your boy Wilder get beat like he stole something, and I'm still a fan. So
yeah, yeah. Definitely.
boxing, man, it's a fight. And I think too many guys and ladies that like boxing, because of what Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. did, they think everybody can be perfect. No. Rocky
Right.
Marciano was made. Me and you both know.
Yeah,
Rocky Marciano was made. He fought an old Archie Moore. He didn't fight anybody at his age.
right.
He didn't fight any. The heavyweight division was a wasteland when he was there. So yeah, he
Joe
50 and
Louis.
0. So he 50 and 0. That means nothing. Floyd is really 49 and 0. Floyd fought Conor McGregor for his 50th fight. So we got to
Yeah,
stop going for the magic mirrors. And I'm gonna be honest, man. What you said yesterday, bro, is so profound, man. I really think we're getting sold on this Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight. Errol's gonna go in there and take him apart. Pause, man. It's not even gonna be a fight because
yeah.
if you think you can fight people like Julius and Dongu, and that's gonna be the same as fighting Errol Spence or Jeff Horn or beat up
No,
Kell Brook, no, no.
it's
And
not.
I had to think about that, man. I'm telling you, man. Maybe because I was just sitting there chilling back and listening, I was like, dang, Terrence don't even belong in the ring with him. And we seen how
Yeah, that's what.
small Terrence looked, bro. We seen how small he looked. He looked super little in there, pause. He did not look, he looked like he was in the wrong division, man, when he was standing next to Errol Spence, man. So
Definitely. He he might be a true 140 pounder. And
yeah,
I see Earl coming in there in the ring that night, maybe around 160, somewhere around there. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a different a whole different atmosphere when Terrence Crawford gets in that ring. Like Sunday Earl Spence was saying, man, and people keep thinking when he say I'm big stepping, he means that. He's coming forward. He's coming to fight. He's not gonna change his fighting style up just because it's Terrence Crawford. Some people ask me, do you think Earl gonna try to do something different? No, he gonna do what he do best. He coming straight forward and he gonna get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like he gonna get Terrence Crawford out of there. I just don't see how this fight, I don't see it going past 10 rounds, me personally. I don't.
yeah,
That's
and
how
it's just like you said, man. And that's what keeps happening in boxing. We got terrible judges, and we getting a lot of smoke and mirrors, man. It's just,
who the
it's
prize
just.
fighter got? Who prize fighter got in the Crawford Spence fight?
I'm not sure, man. You know what? Him, probably Terrence, cause he dark skinned.
Yeah, probably
Him,
Terrence.
probably Terrence, cause Terrence dark skinned. You know how he is, man.
Yeah,
Give
yeah,
me,
yeah.
that's my brother, man. But you know how my brother, you know how Prize do, man. If it ain't black, it ain't right.
Man, hey, now what do you think about this? I'm really upset with Tyson Fury, man, and this Francis Ngannou. I don't. I told somebody the other day they got mad. I said, listen, but I don't care what he done in the UFC. He's a cab driver in the boxing ring. Tyson Fury knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's not even a limo driver. He's a cab driver in the boxing ring. And it's going to be easy work for Tyson Fury. I don't see, there ain't no way, I'm telling you, I'm saying, they said anything can happen. There ain't no way he's beating Tyson Fury. This ain't
No
nothing,
way,
like I said, an exhibition match. No way he beats him.
no way. But you know what, man? It's funny because you know Tyson Fury. This how I was looking at it. Tyson Fury beat my favorite fighter to a pulp. So what I said, hey, now that he beat him, I'm gonna become a fan of him now. I'm
Yeah.
gonna follow his career. And Tyson Fury has shown us he doesn't want to fight a complete fighter. That's why he won't
No.
fight Usyk. But when I
Yeah.
seen him have a rematch clause with Francis Ngannou, who, to be honest with you, Francis Ngannou got out of the UFC because he ain't want no John Jones work. You know,
Right.
nobody want to talk about that. But John Jones was talking to him like that was like, this is you, my son. Like,
Yeah.
I hurt you, man.
It's easy work. Easy
Yeah,
work. As far as that.
and think about it. Think about it. John Jones don't even talk trash like that, but he was looking at Francis like, you know, pretty much like, man, you get your canteen, bro. Everything's mine.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think Usyk and Fury gonna ever fight? What do you think?
I think at some point he's gonna. What Tyson Fury's gonna do is talk trash, and then fight Usyk, beat him. But it's gonna be
Mhm.
the toughest fight of his career. The
Yeah.
Usyk fight, and really another fight people don't think about. If he get an opportunity to fight a Frank Sanchez or Big Baby, one of these young guys, that's when you can say Tyson Fury is elite. Because if I'm Tyson Fury, I'm gonna fight Frank Sanchez. I'm gonna fight Big Baby Anderson because that's what Lennox did. Remember, Lennox fought David Tua. He fought
Hmm.
Senator Cannon Briggs. He fought all, and that's what makes you a great heavyweight is when you fight all the guys around you, and then you just start beating up the young up and coming guys, and that's
Right.
what makes you a legend in boxing. I think Tyson Fury wants that, but let's be honest here, man. Tyson Fury want to make some money. He missed a lot of bread, see,
Right.
when
He
he
did.
got the game, man. He missed a lot of bread, so I think this is more about making bread because he might have lost about maybe $100 million missing all that time because it don't feel
Yeah.
like it to us. But he was out of the ring for 3 years.
Yeah. At the
You know,
peak
that's a
of his
long
career
time.
when he just won. Yeah. And you think about it, that's when he was really supposed to after beating the Klitschko brother, he was supposed to really make that money right then. He had the opportunity to, get some big fights and really make some real monay.
And he missed it
Oh
all
yeah.
because of drugs. And I'll be honest with you, man. One thing I love to talk about, and you can talk about this as well, man. When you're talking about addiction, man, you know, whether it's a porn
Yeah.
addiction, whether it's anything, you know, drinking, food, whatever the case may be, man, the first thing that you got to do is admit you got a problem. And
You
if you
got
do
to.
that, man, that's the key, man. That's the key to everything. We don't talk enough about that, man. We got to admit when we got a problem. and you
Sure
gotta
do, man.
say, you know what, I need some help, and
Yeah.
go from there, man. That's what I think is most
Me
important.
too. Like I told you, man, I got 18 months now clean and sober.
Yeah,
And man, if you seen me 18 months ago, you wouldn't even, man, I was 135 pounds.
yeah,
Man, for real, you know what I'm saying? That's how bad I was out there, man. I got addicted to the pills and then went from the pills to fentanyl, and man, I was gone. But I had
yeah,
a strong support system and a praying mother. You know what I'm saying? People behind me that believed in me and made me believe in myself again. And just my son, you know what I'm saying, and want to be able to raise him and be a part of his life, it really motivated me to get clean. So you got to have that behind you too, a great support system. Like I said last night, you can't have a lot of yes men. You got to have people tell you when you're wrong, you know, because like people, when you get Tyson Fury and Oscar De La Hoya's, man, and the ABs of the world, and they're taking care of everybody, nobody wants to step up and say, hey, man, you got a problem. Because they're too
yeah,
scared they're going to get cut off. You know,
yeah.
it's very rare when you're making that type of money that you're going to find a true friend that's willing to tell you that you're wrong. That's what's going on, like with the Ja Morant situation. Nobody wants to tell him, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Because they're scared they're going to get cut off, even his own father. You know, and it's sad to say that, but we need people in our lives like that. And it's a blessing when you get that.
You know something funny, man. My grandma, man, may God be pleased with her, man. She used to say all the time, "You're gonna be as successful as the people you talk to for no reason." And
Yeah.
I never thought about that. But basically, what that means is you're gonna be successful with the people that you talk to no reason. Is those people around you are gonna shape your life, man. And I think it's just crazy how so many people don't understand whether it's addiction, whatever the case may be, man. You gotta take it serious because we watching Adrian Bronner, JoJo Diaz, Tyson Fury. Just the list goes on and on. Fighters losing huge, Jamal Charlo losing huge portions of their life to drugs, man, or alcohol, whatever the case may be, man. Even Buster Douglas, man, he's like me, and I'm working on this every day. I'm a food addict. My man Buster Douglas was a food addict. Him and James Tony ate themselves out of money because that's how it
Real.
goes, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, my mom was calling in my phone. She calling, calling. I had to just click in for a minute and tell her, hold on for a minute. She
Yeah,
sent me yeah, she sent me something on Cash App for my son's birthday. So I seen
yeah,
it come through, so I had to try to tell her, hold on for 1 second.
yeah, yeah,
She probably thought I didn't see it. But man, like, you know what I'm saying, it's a blessing. Telling people, man, out there, man, I'm a big advocate, like I said, for you know, earn pride with someone that, man, one of my favorite fighters of all time, and we know the situations he went through.
mm-hmm.
And man, De La Hoya is one of my favorite fighters. I always was just the golden boy to me. Like I said, he took on all challenges. Some people try to say he ducked Winky right. I don't, man, he fought everybody, so I don't even pay no attention to that. You know what I'm saying? If you was in front, if they put the contract in front of him, guess what? He was gonna sign on the dotted line. It was simple as that. He wasn't playing no games. Whoever it
Yeah,
was. The only fight I said, like I told you last night, I thought he lost, and that was to me a fight I thought was Sweet Pea. I felt like Sweet Pea won that fight, but you know, hey, it is what it is when it comes to that.
hey, Sweet Pea ain't beat.
Yeah, he beat him. I still scored 7-5. Man, I got it 7-5 in my head. I can't let it go. I was even mad that night, man. Sweet Pea, man. He's also one of my favorite fighters. Like I'm the type of guy. I got a lot of favorite fighters. I don't think I have one. Maybe. Uh, like I said, Earl Spence, Tank. I really just, I like Devin Haney. A lot of people not big on Devin Haney, but man, I root for Devin Haney. I'm just not too fond of Bill. I can say that. I ain't too fond of Bill Haney, man. Bill Haney got a lot of, like you said, he's a pimp. He do a whole lot of this and a whole lot of that. Now I'm trying to figure out if Bill Haney, then it seems like I told you last night, it's been reported that Tank Davis and his team sent a contract over to Devin Haney. Now, they said if
Mm-hmm.
immediately he signed the contract, he's fighting Regis. So does that feel like a duck move to you, or what do you think going on with that?
It's just like, man. Shout out to my man Crown Jewel Boxing, man. He said it months and months ago. They never were gonna fight Tank. All they really trying to do, man, is make as much money as they can. Because as Devin Haney, honestly, Devin Haney is good at 135. When we get to 140, 147, he's going to bed, man. It's that simple, bro. He might as well get his pajamas together. He's going right to bed because he don't have enough power. Excuse me, and he's not as fundamentally sound as everybody think. I mean, really because he's black and he kind of moves a bit, they want to say he's a slick fighter. But Devin Haney ain't no slick fighter, man. Devin Haney ain't like Sugar Shakur where he can stand in front of you and not get hit. He's not none of that. He just a very, very good fighter who know how to work his angles and is athletic. That's the thing that hit him around is his athleticism. It's just like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford looks great. Same thing why Roy looked great because they were so athletic. And when you got somebody that athletic, it's tough. But Devin Haney, at the end of the day, it's about to be midnight. Shout out to Crown Jupe for saying that. And it's over with for that kid, man. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see Regis or something. Because Regis can really hurt him. I know people don't realize about Regis. Regis ain't great, but he's very good. He's very good.
He's good. And I said that when they first started talking about that fight, I said, man, I made a video talking about I believe, that Devin's not going to be able to keep Regis off of him. He's just not gonna respect his power, and that's gonna be a problem. If somebody don't respect your power and they got any kind of skills, it's possible Devin Haney's gonna be in trouble. But we're gonna see. That's gonna be, to me, like I was talking to Greg Hackett about it, and I was asking him like, how did he feel about once Devin Haney moved up? Would his power, would it come or whatever? And the reason I was saying that, because I always feel like that he's draining. Like I said, sometimes he look like he on dope. You know what I'm saying? He's on dope at 135 pounds. That's how it looks. But I could be wrong. He might just not have no power. Period. But once he goes to 140, we're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not he's able to, if his power comes, if it comes with him or whatever. Because at 135, I just feel like it's just too much of a weight drain. Just like Virgil Ortiz, man. I really want to see him get back in the ring, but he needs to go to 154. Why keep putting yourself through that situation, trying to get down to 147 pounds, almost killing yourself? It's just not working.
Yeah, and you know what it is, man? It's the money, man. He's not gonna make the same kind of money he gonna make at 154 like he would at 147. But I'll just say this, man. Boxing's in a good place. We seen Shakur talking to George Kambosos at the end. They gonna fight. Shakur's gonna beat him to death. And I'll just tell you, man, I just miss when fighters were fighters, man, because, if that was Mike Tyson, man, you couldn't walk around with that kind of jewelry on your neck in front of him, man, and him not grab it. Just to let you know who the king of the room is. And it's just funny how we don't even see that no more in boxing, man. And it's, for me, man, it's getting crazy how that goes, man. It really is.
Right, definitely. You want me to bring Mr. Barnes in?
Oh, yeah.
He said you told him hop on. Hold on 1 second. I don't know if let me see if I can get him. He might have to send me an invite.
Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, Mr. Barnes, that's prize fighter, man.
Okay. Trying to see if I can bring him in some kind of way.
But I'll say this, man. It's always good talking to my brother, man. I look forward to us doing more shows together, man.
He would have to send me, but I think he got to send me like an invite where I can accept it or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, for him to come in.
We'll do that. We'll do that next time, man, because we got to do some more interviews like that.
Right. Man, I'm gonna get back to it. Get ready to go spend some time with my daughter for her birthday. Man, it's always a blessing and honor to talk with you. Man, CDK Boxing, man, Mr. Bvoboxing. Y'all check us out. We on the rise. We coming, you know what I'm saying? We want the top spots. We coming, man. We coming. You know what I'm saying? And I love
coming
boxing.
For the top, man.
Yeah, we coming for the top.
We out of here.
Yeah. All right, bro. We out here. Bye-bye.